Hi everyone, it's Ben at First Tier Property Investments. Hope you are well and looking forward to this next episode of our Landlord Guide series. This one is covering common landlord mistakes. The private rental market is booming right now. It's one of the most flourishing sectors within the property industry. It looks so simple to earn money being a landlord. However, we know that it's not as easy as people think. Landlords have to consider so many things to be successful. Avoid making mistakes is as important as doing the right things. Humans learn from mistakes and gain experience from them, so it's a continuous learning curve for all landlords. However, these mistakes can be avoided with education and awareness. If these mistakes are not avoided, landlords can quickly lose money and precious time with tireless efforts. So it's very important to know what to avoid as a landlord. We are going to go through the 10 most common mistakes that we think landlords face. The first one that we've got for you is thinking that you know everything. One of the mistakes that novice landlords make is that they start considering themselves as the master. Why put your properties at risk? Instead, find a professional letting agent for the management of your property. You can always go back into full command once you've gained the experience. Just outsource it to start off with. Gain the experience and the knowledge of how to do it. The second one is letting the property out without informing the mortgage lender. Please don't do this. Forgetting to inform the lender while you are letting the property out is a phenomenal mistake. It can cost you as much as an invalidation of your insurance, so it's important to inform the mortgage lender that you are letting the property out. The third one we've got for you is rushing through the tenant checking process. The formula of something is better than nothing doesn't apply in property. It might look a good idea offering the tenancy agreement to any person while your property is empty. However, a bad tenant can ruin everything, so never rush the process while selecting your tenant. The fourth one is failure to secure tenants' deposits. Some landlords fail to secure tenant deposits in a protected scheme approved by the government. It has to be done within a month of receipt. Forgetting to do so can cause considerable loss to you. Not asking for a big enough deposit. At the end of a tenancy, you can avoid out-of-pocket expenses by asking for a deposit. Ensure that the deposit can bear the expenses for things like damage repair, cleaning, garden renovations, etc. The fifth one we've got for you is not asking for a big enough deposit. At the end of a tenancy, you can avoid out-of-pocket expenses by asking for a deposit at the start. Ensure that the deposit can bear the expenses for things like damage repair, cleaning, garden renovation, etc. Not asking your tenants to deposit a healthy amount is another mistake many landlords make. Every landlord should fully understand the Tenant Fees Act of 2019. This way you will learn the government intentions to things like limiting tenancy deposits, the ban on letting fees paid by tenants in the private rented sector. The sixth one we've got for you is missing out the property inventory. In case of any dispute with your tenant, your property inventory provides you with protection. In this way, a landlord can prove that the property was not handed over to the tenant in the condition that he or she left it in. So skipping the property inventory is a mistake that can cost you to the extent you can't even imagine. The seventh one we've got for you is not taking advantage of landlord insurance. The property business can have many complications and problems. For your protection, landlord insurance is there. Some landlords don't take advantage of this insurance, so buy an insurance policy that suits you to protect your property from damage, bad tenants and many other problems. Number 8 is not carrying out credit or reference checks. As a landlord, don't judge your tenant by appearance or their outlook when you meet them. A bad tenant might look polite and respectful at the start to inspire you, so always conduct thorough research and credit checks before moving forward. Many landlords skip this step and offer bad tenants a tenancy agreement, which results in disaster. Number 9 is failure to effectively manage tenants. Tenant management is an important activity that needs a landlord's focus and attention. If a landlord doesn't focus on who owes what, the tenants could run up significant arrears, so it's crucial to draw up an explicit tenancy agreement. After that, avoid confusions by highlighting the rent due date. Additionally, landlords should take urgent actions in case the rent payment is late due to any reason. The 10th one we've got for you is avoiding regular inspections of properties. Regular inspections of your properties are crucial to controlling problems before they get out of your control. Landlords who commit this mistake of not performing proper inspections of their properties suddenly find uncontrollable issues. So look after your assets. In conclusion, it's important to follow this guide to become a successful landlord. However, you can't succeed without avoiding the mistakes given in this episode. If you know about these mistakes, it becomes easier to take the necessary actions accordingly. We hope that you will not make the mistakes mentioned in this episode and become a more successful landlord. That's the end of this short guide. We hope that you find it useful. Another episode will be released next week, so subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram to stay informed. Therefore you don't miss out on any valuable content. Have a great day and we'll see you on the next episode.